Some nights, it feels like life is leaving you behind. You ever scroll through your phone at night and suddenly feel like everyone is moving ahead except you? Someone got engaged. Someone bought a new house. Someone got promoted. Someone is traveling. Someone is starting a family. And then there's you, still praying the same prayers, still trying to hold yourself together quietly. And after a while, it starts hurting in a way you can't explain. Because it's not jealousy. You're genuinely happy for them. But deep down, you start wondering, God, what about me? What am I doing wrong? Why does it feel like everyone's life is moving except mine? And slowly, comparison becomes self-doubt. Maybe I'm not working hard enough. Maybe I'm not disciplined enough. Maybe God is disappointed in me. Maybe I'm just falling behind in life. And nobody really talks about how exhausting that feeling is. To smile at people's success while secretly wondering why your own life feels stuck. Especially when you thought by this age you'd already be somewhere else, more successful, more stable, more healed. But instead, you feel tired, confused, behind. And maybe lately, you've even been avoiding people a little, because every conversation feels like another reminder that everyone else is doing better. But hear me carefully tonight. Your life is not late, and your worth is not measured by milestones. Some people look successful online, but are quietly struggling in real life. Some people reached milestones early, but still feel empty inside. You are comparing your real life to people's visible moments, and that comparison will slowly steal your peace. Because God never asked you to race other people. He asked you to walk with Him. And sometimes, walking with God feels slower than what the world celebrates. But slower does not mean forgotten. It still hurts sometimes, especially when you've been praying for so long, especially when you're trying your best, especially when you're tired. But being in a slower season does not mean your life is going nowhere. Some growth happens quietly, underground, invisible at first. And honestly, some of the strongest people are the ones who kept going even when life felt unfair, even when they felt left behind, even when nothing was changing fast. They still woke up, still prayed, still tried again. That matters more than you think. So if you've been secretly feeling like you failed in life, you haven't. You are not behind God's plan for you. And you do not need to earn His love by achieving more. Maybe your life is unfolding differently, not wrongly. Because flowers bloom in different seasons. And just because your life feels quiet right now, does not mean your story is over. Your season is still coming. Not because you finally became good enough, but because God never abandoned your life in the first place. One day, you may look back at this season differently. Not as the season where you were forgotten, but the season where God quietly carried you through. So tonight, take a deep breath. You do not need to have everything figured out right now. You are allowed to grow slowly, allowed to heal slowly, allowed to move at a human pace. And even here, in this confusing season of your life, you are still deeply loved, and your life is still becoming something beautiful.